Hi, happy Monday. Welcome to another episode of the Lake Norman Woman Podcast. I am Mamie Lee, your host, along with Katie Stankiewicz, who is a published author, which I probably will introduce her that way every single time we come in. How's the book going?
It's good.
When's your book tour?
No, well, we have a couple dates here in the local Lake Norman area and I've never done this before.
Yeah,
something that
exciting.
is totally outside of my wheelhouse, but we're having a lot of fun.
Well, you're
with
crushing it. And everybody that has read the book, has picked up a copy, has been so excited about it. And we're just so excited for you.
It's fun. It's something that has always been on the to-do list, but we have one of those long to-do lists. And so writing the chapter and having the support of the publishers and the editor and everybody else has been phenomenal. It's definitely one of those that it's a heart project and you didn't realize how much you needed it and also enjoy it until it's there. It is like tangible and the boxes come and you get to unwrap it. It's like Christmas.
You know, I talk about your writing all the time because I just love, you're such a good writer. Meanwhile, I just like plug in, bullet points into ChatGPT and ask it to do something beautiful for me. And, but I've just never been a writer. And so it's never been something that I can express myself through my writing. So I'm always in awe of people who can. What was that process like for you sitting down and writing the book?
It was hard.
Or the chapter. I'm sorry.
Chapter, yeah.
I'm still going to call you an author.
I specify that because there's 20 of us authors that are in this book. And so I didn't have to write like 50,000 words. I had to come up with 4,000 words.
That's a lot of words.
But that's still a lot of words. Yeah. I think what was interesting for me was what I thought I was going to write about and what other people thought I was going to write about, like the therapy out at the farm and kind of working with veterans. That was like one option. And then I had like this really personal experience that happened when I was working in France, but I was like, that's a little too personal. Like, not sure I'm ready to put that one out there yet. And so I literally sat in the middle of my pasture with my horses. And I was like, okay, what are we talking about? What do we want to share? And literally my horses started circling around me and like the pen just started writing.
Wow.
And it was like, I had no idea where it was going to go.
It's almost like you experienced your own form of therapy with the horses, right? We talk about what they bring out in people all the time and how maybe when you can't put to words what you're feeling or what you want to say, the horses can sense it and bring it out. So they did that for you, like in real time.
Yeah. And that's really what the editor was focused on, is like allowing the horses to have a voice. Like we give them voices in a sense, but also what stories do they want to come across? And so for us, it was a lot about overcoming and having one agenda or idea and then having it totally flip the script and turn into something different. And then what does it look like when life doesn't play out how you expect it to?
It doesn't always. Yeah. And so just finding, and that's what I think is really special about your writing and all the other writings. You don't have to be a horse enthusiast, a horse lover, someone who's even experienced like a aha moment with a horse. You can just hear these stories and apply them to your own life.
Yeah. And that's what was fascinating too, to be reading the other chapters, is because some of the authors I knew, some of them I didn't. But as I was reading, I'm like, oh, like, yes, that resonates with me. Oh, yeah, and it's not even necessarily the horse component. It was that story or that life lesson. So being able to pick up a book and connect into it at that soul level is what's been so fascinating. And sometimes I'll just curl up and read a chapter in the book because it's not continuous. You have the moments where like, oh, I've got a half hour. Let me curl up and read a chapter in a book. And somehow that chapter and those words are exactly what I was needing in that moment. And I didn't even know it.
And if you want to get your own copy, you are doing signed copies, I saw too. Are
We
you
are
out
doing
yet?
signed copies.
You still have some left?
We do have some left.
Okay.
Yep. So you can get them through our website, healingwithhorseslkn.org. And then I'll mail them to you, or you can come by the farm.
Yeah. And you can order it on
Amazon.
Amazon too.
You can, yes.
And if you have an e-reader, you can get that version as well. So whatever way that you consume your books, get the book. Because like I said, even if you're not, like I've never owned a horse. I've ridden a horse like 4 times in my life. It's not my thing. But these stories that you're telling relate to everyone.
They do.
But I do appreciate you and introduce me to the wild world of horses because I feel like I'm slowly like, maybe, by this time next year, I'll be galloping around the fields.
We'll
Who
get
knows?
you on.
We'll get me on one. Are you? Oh, we have our guest here with us as well, who I'll introduce later. But no, I hear you guys giggling. So are you guys horse people?
I like all animals.
You like all animals, okay.
I'm an animal fanatic.
Whitney, you're an animal fan?
Yes.
Yes.
But horses, they've always intrigued me. And I've never owned one either, but I like to pet them, feed them.
I've gained a sort of a I don't want to say a love, but a like,
Yeah.
a recognition of horses, because my youngest granddaughter, she lives and breathes horses.
Smart girl.
Loves,
Oh,
loves, loves. So I'm
yes.
always looking for little horse things or, you know, a horse opportunity that Mike could do with her or talk to her about, because, you know, horses are cool.
Yeah, they
Really
are
cool.
very cool.
They are.
One other thing I wanted to mention is it is fall. It's officially fall now.
It is fall.
I know we've stretched summer as long as possible, and
I'm still wearing the bright colors.
right?
I had to wear
was
the bright colors today.
I was very inspired, which we'll show you in the next segment. Very inspired by the cover of the September issue of Lake Norman Woman magazine. So I'll show you. That's where my outfit inspo came from today. But I'm still very much in summer mode, probably until it's like too cold.
winter.
Until it's like literally winter. And you know, here in North Carolina, in the Lake Norman area too, summer can come back quick.
I hope not. I'm really liking the cooler weather.
Yeah. So what's going on? What do you guys have planned for, fall on the farm? And
Well, we'll have our groups going.
Okay.
We're thinking about changing up some of the times and the dates of our groups, but we always try to have at least one or two groups going out at the farm at all times, so people have that opportunity to come. We'll have our women's groups. We have our women's circles, our meditations. Hopefully now with the cooler weather, we can pick those up, because this summer I had to cancel a lot of them, and I hate to do that. But it's not fun to sit in the field at 120 degrees.
no,
You're not meditating, you sweat.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here just melting instead of meditating.
exactly.
So yeah, just really regrouping on that. We had an amazing turnout for the September 11th ceremony in downtown Mooresville, and we're going to run into some fundraisers and just really then gearing up for November. November is our big month
With
as
Veterans
far
Day.
as Veterans Day and Veterans Week in downtown Mooresville. So it seems like we always have like these waves that we run where it's like there's something going on and it's crazy busy, and then we have a little lull, and we kind of need that. My board, our volunteers, we all need that like regroup, breathe moment.
Before you head into like your busiest time of year in November. And we do have some really very special guests. Veterans have my heart. We've talked about this before. You do a lot of work with veterans. And so we have some really special episodes coming up for November featuring female veterans who is probably maybe, I'm not going to say my favorite, but definitely top 5 of people to feature and tell their stories, because normally when we think of veterans, we think of men. And there's, maybe not as many women veterans, but these female veterans have a great story to tell. And I want to make sure that we give them the space and the opportunity to tell their stories too.
And their stories are amazing.
Amazing.
Like they're, to think about the different people that the different females we featured last year in the magazine, which had to be one of my favorite articles. That's still one of my favorite things that we've done in the magazine.
Yeah.
And then this year to bring some of the new females on to the couch, it's going to be really cool. Because
Yeah.
their stories are so diverse.
And just giving them the space to tell that story. I think my favorite thing, and I was still brand new to the magazine when we did this last year, but we brought the ladies in together into this space.
It was the first shoot in here.
It was the very first shoot in this space. We didn't even have the podcast. It was just a dream somewhere in my brain that we might be doing the podcast one day. But we brought the ladies in here. They did not know each other. And by the time they left, they were friends, and they're still friends.
They still are friends. They still get
That's
together.
great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was really cool because I obviously knew the women, and I was like, these are powerhouses, and they're powerhouses in all different ways. Like
In their careers
diverse,
currently,
their
yeah.
current careers, what they did in the military, their families. And so then to hear, because I wasn't able to come to the shoot, but to hear what y'all and what Chelsea were saying about them, and then to have the girls were calling and texting me, and they were like little kids on the first day of school or Christmas. They enjoyed it so much.
I think when you have these shared experiences, there's only certain people that you could talk to them about them. And then when you say veteran and then they're a female, they're like, well, who can I talk to about my experience, right? We talk about these places like Richard's Coffee Shop or some of the other events that you do with Soul to Soul Connections, but there may not always be that opportunity where a female veteran feels like this is the place for me to come. So giving that space once a year through the podcast and through the magazine for them to tell their stories is it's so special to me. And one of the best parts of it, Dawn, who we had come, who's become a really dear friend of mine now, she came in and she said, I would have never had the opportunity to tell my story otherwise. And that was, I will not start crying, but I do get choked up because I think that's why we do what we do, so that people can tell their stories,
Exactly.
whether it's a fantastic boutique and what you ladies are doing together, or it's a female veteran, our October issue with the Pink Pages, and the opportunity we have 10 women who get to tell their stories in the magazine this year through the pink pages. And so that's what this is all about. Late Normal Woman of the Year Gala, which was absolutely amazing. And I will not talk about it because I will start crying. But just the opportunities we have for women to share their stories, that's what we're trying to do here. And that's what this is all about.
Emphasizing that your stories matter. Because I think I've reached out to some people and they're like, I don't have anything to say. Like, I don't have anything to share. And I'm like, yes, you do. Like, you're phenomenal. And they're like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, come on, just come and try. Just think about it. And then the next thing you know, they're like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And then afterwards, they're like, oh my gosh, this was so much fun. And so just to see that shift in perspective of like, to go from I don't have a story to this was so much fun to celebrate me. That's what this is all about.
It is. It's so much. It is. And there's so many great stories in this area. And we have one coming up next. This is our September cover. See, I tried to match it.
You did.
Our September cover of Lake Normal Woman magazine featuring Whitland's Boutique. And we will meet them and get to know them even better when we come back. So we'll be right back on the Lake Normal Woman podcast.
Dreaming of starting your own podcast but don't have the space or gear? The WSIC Podcast Studio has everything you need to bring your content to life. With multiple sets that can be tailored to fit your needs, state-of-the-art lighting, and camera equipment, you'll be ready to create high-quality content. Need a photography studio? We've got you covered with our professional cyclorama wall. Bring your own camera and let our expert producers handle it. Email social@WSICnews.com to schedule your tour today. The WSIC Podcast Studio, where your ideas come to life. Looking for deeper self-discovery and emotional growth? Soul to Soul Connection offers supportive space where horses help you understand your inner world in ways traditional talk therapy can't. Our certified professionals guide you through meaningful experiences that foster reflection, healing, and renewed perspective. Best of all, these services are offered at low or no cost for veterans, first responders, and their families. Learn more at healingwithhorseslkn.org and start your journey toward greater well-being today.
Shake things up, Lake Norman. Great design for you is here. We bring luxury interior design to life, specializing in stunning kitchen and bath renovations. From conception to completion, we handle every detail. Every project is unique. Our expertise makes the difference. Visit our downtown Mooresville studio by booking your 100% risk-free appointment today at greatdesignforyou.com. Design beyond your dreams.
The Lake Norman Woman podcast. Our guests today are our September cover, looking so cool and moody too. I love the cover. I'm obsessed with it right now. They embody faith, family, and the power of creating something beautiful together. We're so excited to welcome Lynne and Whitney Barbee, the mother-daughter duo behind Whitland's Boutique and our September cover for Lake Norman Woman magazine. What started as a love for shopping and connection has grown into so much more than a boutique. Whitland's is a space where kindness is the currency, faith is the foundation, and every customer is treated like family. From curating all natural products inspired by Whitney's own journey with infertility to giving back through partnerships like Bundle of Joy Foundation, Lynne and Whitney are proving that style can be soulful, purposeful, and community-driven. We're going to dive into their story of reinvention, resilience, and heart, and how they built a business rooted in love. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Lynne and Whitney. Love having you here. Love having you guys on the September cover. So tell me, what was it? And we've had you guys on Good Morning LKN, so I know your story a little bit. And obviously I read the article in the magazine. But what was it when you were like, this is it? Like, mom, daughter, and like, I love my mama. Love her to death. But starting a business with your mama can be kind of, you know,
brave.
that is brave. Because do any kind of work you do with family, you love them and then you leave them. It's usually my mantra with my family. I love you guys. I love my sisters and my dad and my stepmother, but you love them and you leave them. You don't always stay and run a business with them. So what was that conversation like?
I don't think there really was a
There
conversation.
was a conversation.
It just sort of
it was like, let's do it. Yes.
It's just sort of evolved.
Yeah.
I mean, it just sort of happened. I don't think it was anything that was necessarily planned. It just sort of happened, right? And so I think what makes it work for us, at least for me, is there's no hidden agenda. And though she's my daughter, I don't treat her like a child.
Oh,
She
that's
is
a big one.
she's an
Yeah.
adult
Mhm.
woman,
Mhm.
and she has her own 2 feet to stand on, and she stands well. So
Talking
this is
about
just a
getting
moment.
emotional,
This is
like,
just
this is the
right.
first 5
Oh, we just
minutes. I might
started.
start crying. I'm an emotional person, y'all. So if you see some tears, just pretend you don't.
It's happened before.
We love
It's
tears.
totally
It's
fine.
okay.
Yeah, we're totally
Yeah.
fine with it.
I mean, this is just a mom's perspective. And I think if you're going to do business, and certainly we are, then you have to have, for me, my own personal boundaries in how I treat her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's so important. And I
So-
think that's something that all mother-daughter relationships maybe haven't matured to that level where, because I'll say for my daughter who's 19, right? She's not grown, but she's an adult
she is.
woman, a young woman. And so for me, I do struggle with like always seeing her as that 3-year-old sometimes, you know,
Right.
it's tough to be like, just let mama do it because I can do it faster. And, you know,
Yeah.
and it's hard. You don't want to see your kids fail either.
No, you don't, but that's an important part of life. It's a life lesson, and it helps them to mature into the adults we want them to be. And one thing my husband and I always did raising our kids is we wanted them to be independent, not always need us. So that's what I keep in the back of my
because that's what helped me, I think, be the woman I am today. So
Yeah.
thank
So-
y'all for the way that you did that and
Yeah.
teaching us to speak for ourselves,
Yeah.
to do things for ourselves. You were always there when things maybe didn't work out the way we hoped they would or wanted them to, but you gave us the room and the grace to grow and learn and fail as we might. And you were always there to wipe the tears and pick us back up or
Yeah.
cheer us on. So
Yeah, and I
it's
mean,
good.
you got to let people grow and learn and do and be and figure out what their purpose in life is. And that's just kind of where it is for me. I mean, she's my daughter and I love her fiercely like that. You mess with her, you might see a different side.
Mama Bear comes out.
That's right. That's right. Especially
But-
a Southern mama.
That's
I mean,
right.
You do, that's the
That's
worst one
right.
to mess with.
I'm pretty easy and laid back until you just start messing around. But, you know, at the end of the day, she is her own person. And I just happen to be blessed enough to be her mom.
Oh, I love that. That's so sweet. Something that all daughters would like to hear their moms say about them too. And all, you know, it's just a really, really special relationship you guys have too. And it comes through, not just through the article, but whenever you get a chance to sit down or visit you guys in the store, because you do want everybody who comes in to feel like family. What's the idea behind that?
Well, for me, I just, you know, life, and I think I said this for the magazine article, life can be hard.
Life is
And-
hard.
Life, yeah.
And life is hard. I mean, it is. And when people come in our store, sometimes you can just see it. And like just this week, I've had 2 people come in, and it's been a little bit slow during the week. Tuesdays and Wednesdays can be slow, which is fine. We get other stuff done. But they just chat. And I mean, I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I can listen and I can tell them, hey, it's going to be okay. So that's kind of where it is.
And that makes you guys a real part of the community too, right?
Yeah.
You're not just coming in and selling something beautiful to someone, whether it's something for their, because you got men's stuff too,
Yeah.
right? It's not just women's boutique. You
Right.
have children and
Men.
men's and you have home goods too. But you're not just selling somebody something beautiful for themselves or for their home, but you really do want to be part of our community.
Yeah,
Which I think
it's a safe, fun space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come in and, you know, you might be having the worst day of your life. Let's talk about it. Let's do some retail therapy and let's just have some fun.
I'm
And
saying retail therapy works sometimes.
Yes,
I mean,
it does.
no discounting
Yes.
what Katie's doing at the farm. Do that too.
Yes.
yes,
Do that too.
farm and retail, they go
Yes.
great together.
They go great together.
Yeah, it's just good to be able to step away from whatever might be bothering you, whether it's out on the farm with the horses, which I can only imagine how great that would be, stepping into a boutique somewhere and doing some shopping. I mean,
Or
it's
sitting
great.
down with a copy of Late Normal Women magazine and taking a break.
Taking a break. That's exactly
Some
right.
people read it on our counter. We have them out on the counter and they just start flipping through it while they're there. So yeah, we like to have fun, but we've made so many great connections, and I think it's because we do try to treat people like family. We're pretty much an open book, like you said. Like, I've been pretty vocal and open about my infertility struggles, and we've had people that this is where I'll start getting emotional, but we've had people that come in and they're going through IVF or they're going through infertility, and we can talk about it. And when you have a mission or a purpose, it comes out in your products, what you offer, how you treat people. And so that's, I think, where it comes from too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about the journey of like starting, because you guys are about to celebrate your first year in business. Gosh. And
It's
we
the
just,
biggest celebration as a business owner.
it
when you're
really
like,
is.
oh,
Yeah.
we made a year.
You made it.
We made a year, and I'm going to tell
A
you.
lot of businesses don't even make it the first
Don't
year. I
even
don't
make
know
it
what
the
this,
first
there's
year.
a statistic out there that says like how many don't even make it the first year. And then, after that, continuing to grow and continue to build your brand. Just finishing up the first year with Lake Norman Women Magazine, even though the magazine's been around for a long time. My first year, it just feels like, I feel like there should be a celebration, a party.
There should
Pop
be.
some confetti,
There
do
is,
something.
But there is
yeah.
a party for you guys, right? You guys
Yes.
are
Next
celebrating.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what are you
Yeah.
guys doing for that?
So next weekend we'll be officially celebrating the 1 year. And we are going to have, we've done events before, so hopefully you've come to those, because I'm biased, but I think they're a fantastic time. So we will have a s'mores bar. We're going to have fire pits. You can come make your own s'mores. We always have amazing food. We will have amazing food. Our mocktail girl will be back, so she'll be serving y'all some mocktails on the house. They're free. We're going to also have a custom hat bar. That will cost, but she is worth every penny. You can make cowboy hats, trucker hats. They're phenomenal.
Oh, I've
you will
seen
love
these
them.
before. They're
Love those.
amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
like she
Fun.
puts all the decor on the side. She can burn on them. I mean, she is an artist in her own right. And we'll have our permanent jewelry girl back. We'll have a bunch of different things going on promotion-wise. There is really, if you can think of it, we're probably doing it. So definitely make sure you come by Whitland's Boutique next weekend and enjoy the fun. You will not want to miss it.
Is it Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday.
What time?
It's from 10 to 5 on Saturday and then 12 to 4 on Sunday.
Fantastic. Oh, that's going to be so fun. And a 2-day party. What's better than that? I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
that.
we're excited.
Take me back, though, a year ago when you guys were first having the conversation about starting the boutique and what you wanted it to look like. What did that look like?
Well, last year, it actually was, we were supposed to do our grand opening when Helene came through.
So we showed up still on that Friday, because we were just going to do a little soft opening on that Friday. And we had power, but there was no internet. So
And we got to, I think it was good for us to be open, because we did have some people that came and they had some devastation. They had things going on, because even around our area, in
Right.
some
No
parts,
power,
it was
trees
bad.
down.
So
There were lots of trees down.
Yeah.
and-
It gave people a little bit of an escape, I think, which I'm glad that we opened for that. But it's hard to believe that's also been a year.
year.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. So there was a lot, but we were working hard at that time.
we were working hard, because the building we were in, one of our customers said, "Y'all really put some nice lipstick on this building." And that we did. It's an older
warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Or an older warehouse?
It
that
is an
right?
older warehouse on part of it, and then there were offices and whatnot in the other part, which is where we are, which is where the boutique is. And for whatever reason, it's really funny, because there's just like, people want to see the warehouse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like some hidden
I remember when you guys
mystical
came on the morning show, you're
thing.
like, everybody's always like, what's back there?
What's back there? So at our last event, we opened the warehouse, and we had Christmas in July back there, so
fun.
people
that's
got to
fun.
go back there and see the warehouse. And I mean, it is cool, but at the end of the day,
It's
it
a
is a
warehouse.
warehouse. And in the summer, it's really hot. In the winter, it can be really cold. And so here we are. But when we opened a year ago, the first couple of weeks until about the middle of October, we just sort of kept it low key, because people were
There was so much
struggling
going on.
and suffering, and so we didn't.
It didn't quite
It
feel
didn't feel
exactly
good.
right to really
No.
be just, So we did like our official grand opening. We were open, but we did the ribbon cutting and all that in October.
Yeah.
Give it time to kind of settle a little bit. Because like I say, it was good to be there for people that needed a little bit of an escape, just to kind of have somewhere to come walk around, something to do. But there were people that, they lost
They
everything.
truly-
And so
yeah.
it's hard to be all like, woo, when
Yeah.
you know your neighbors and your, because we have family that lives up that way. And so it was personal to us. I think it's personal to everybody when it's in your state and just a couple hours away. But it didn't feel right to be like, whooping it up when
right.
other people were suffering. But
Right, but we worked hard, and we started out, and we were going to paint. We were going to paint it.
we're very do
We
it
were gonna
yourself
paint
where
it.
you
You hire
can.
someone to paint.
I mean,
Yes,
I'm a
always
very,
hire
I'm a
someone to
very
paint.
good painter. I can do it. I don't even use tape. I can trim it.
You
I
just
can
do
do
it.
it all.
Lynn can do it all.
I know, right? So we get to painting, and it's like, oh,
It's cinder blocks.
it's cinder block.
All
Oh,
the
that's
Oh, it
inside.
just
totally
like
different.
sucks it in.
all
doesn't
So
it?
we were like, I don't know, our 10th time to the store buying paint. I said, forget it. We're hiring someone. I'm
goes
not
to
doing
distress
it
you.
anymore. Yeah, like I'm not doing it anymore.
So if you got a paint project, this is my tip for you today.
Hire someone.
Yes.
If it's cinder block, hire somebody.
Absolutely.
for
Any
sure.
paint project I hire. So I learned the hard way of, yes, I'm not a painter. I'm not.
I can, and
I still
hire
have
somebody.
a wall painted in my bedroom, and I have not finished the other 3 because, yeah, I'm not a painter.
Well, like we grew up doing that. Like they just, when they would want to redo the house, like they painted it themselves. So I was like, yeah, they can just get in here and paint. And my husband did not grow up like that. And so he has to have drop cloths. He has to have like aprons. Like he's flinging paint everywhere. I'm like, dude, I walked around wiping the floor up after him. I'm like, I've never, like, all my life we've painted and I've never had any of this and you're still making a mess.
Yeah.
So it was just time to hire somebody and they did a great job. But yeah,
It was fun, though.
It was fun
we
getting
just,
open.
We just messed around.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
But those are the memories that you do. You look back a year later and be like, oh, good Lord, the cinder blocks or the paint on the floor.
I have
like
pictures
those
of
crazy
it.
moments
Yes.
where you're like, we made it.
Yeah.
Or having a
Didn't
party in the
know-
warehouse, just like all the things you do in your first
Yeah.
year, the lessons you learn,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the way that this worked, this didn't work, and where we can
Right.
move from that. I do want to come back and I want to ask you about that, like lessons learned in your
Yeah.
first year and what maybe you'd give advice to another woman or a mother-daughter duo that's looking to open up a business together.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break and we'll also ask you our 3 favorite questions when we come back.
Oh, boy.
So we'll be right back on the Lake Norman Woman podcast.
Dreaming of starting your own podcast but don't have the space or gear? The WSIC Podcast Studio has everything you need to bring your content to life. With multiple sets that can be tailored to fit your needs, state-of-the-art lighting, and camera equipment, you'll be ready to create high-quality content. Need a photography studio? We've got you covered with our professional cyclorama wall. Bring your own camera and let our expert producers handle it. Email social@WSICnews.com to schedule your tour today. The WSIC Podcast Studio, where your ideas come to life. Looking for deeper self-discovery and emotional growth? Soul to Soul Connection offers supportive space where horses help you understand your inner world in ways traditional talk therapy can't. Our certified professionals guide you through meaningful experiences that foster reflection, healing, and renewed perspective. Best of all, these services are offered at low or no cost for veterans, first responders, and their families. Learn more at healingwithhorseslkn.org and start your journey toward greater well-being today.
Shake things up, Lake Norman. Great design for you is here. We bring luxury interior design to life, specializing in stunning kitchen and bath renovations. From conception to completion, we handle every detail. Every project is unique. Our expertise makes the difference. Visit our downtown Mooresville studio by booking your 100% risk-free appointment today at greatdesignforyou.com. Design beyond your dreams.
Welcome back to the Lake Norman Woman podcast, here with our guest and our September cover, Whitney and Lynn from Whitland's Boutique. Thank you, ladies, for joining us today. I wanted to ask you if there's a mother-daughter duo listening or any woman who's like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm working in corporate, or I'm kind of wanting to start a new business. What advice would you give for that kind of like family doing a business together?
I would say really think about it. Not in a bad way. We've done great and loved it. It is a full-time commitment. It is a lot of money. And there's a lot of late nights. Like, we were a traveling boutique before we had our brick and mortar. And we work hard a lot of hours. And I was like, oh, when we get a store, it'll be fine. It's just going to be 10 to 6. No, we're there till midnight. A lot of nights, getting new inventory priced in the system on the floor. You're there before the store opens. You're there on the weekends. So I would just say, have a plan. Make sure that you've really thought about it, that you're going to commit the time, the energy, the money. It's a lot more expensive than you think too. So just commit yourself to all those things and putting in the grind, and make sure that you really love your mom. I really love my mom, so it works. We don't
try to heal the relationship by starting
exactly.
a business.
Make sure
Right.
that you're already there before you start, because you might not make it. So
Yeah, and I would just add to that, make sure that you really like what you're about to do. So that it doesn't feel like a grind, it doesn't feel so much like a burden, and you can have fun with it, because we do have fun.
We
I mean,
have a
we
lot of
work
fun.
hard.
It is fun.
And sometimes we'll be there so late and we just get silly. And then we just make these silly videos, and
If you've seen our pants video on Instagram, you'll understand. If you haven't, go scrolling and find it because it's hilarious to us anyways.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we make it fun.
Yeah.
We eat, we eat. Eating is very important. Make sure whoever you're in business with enjoys eating, because if you can eat, you can do anything.
Yeah.
That gets you through the hours. That's right. What are we eating?
Yeah.
And there's just something about knowing you're going to stay late and you're going to work in the warehouse. What we eating?
It'll be like 3 o'clock
What
and you're
we
already
eating?
planning like at 7 p.m. What are we picking up or having delivered? And it's usually Giovanni's. Shout out to Giovanni's.
Yeah,
It's
thank you,
amazing.
Giovanni's.
But yeah, we can eat like 3 days off their food. They give you so much. But yeah, and you got to make sure you like sweets, because the cookies and all the things keep you going.
Keep you
when
going, yeah.
Yeah.
Give that little
To
pep
have
in
that
your
pick
step.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
You guys have the whole family involved in this too. It's not just the two of you. So
They got
Whitney, your
small
husband,
kids.
you
Yeah.
got
You were
voluntold.
voluntold.
Yeah.
The kids, are your kids involved? I mean, your kids are young, I know, but
I don't have kids yet.
Oh, I thought you. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no. We don't have kids yet. We want to have kids.
Okay.
So we're hopefully soon, but no, not yet. But they will be. I'll be wearing them on the backpack. They'll have the playpen. My dog comes. He's our kid right now.
He's our mascot.
Yeah, he stays behind the counter. For those of you that don't like dogs, we only let him out if you are a dog person. So don't let that deter you from coming. But yeah, no, my husband and my dad, my dad has his own business. He's super busy, but I'll still call him like, hey, can you make this? This shelf just broke. Can you come fix it? Can you do this? Like, you know.
And he has actually worked in the store.
He has.
I don't remember why, but
We were
nobody
gone.
could. And it was just like, can you? And he's like, oh. So we did a crash
Okay,
course
I
on
can
how to
figure it
work the
out.
system. And he did great.
did
And
great.
he, I mean, everybody loves him, and he can talk to anybody about anything. He's one
Yeah.
of those people.
Him and Garrett both.
So
Yeah.
But I
It
think
works.
I think when people from the outside look in to, oh, you're self-employed or you own your own business, there's like this like aura around owning your own business until you get in the trenches and it's like, oh, yeah, I own my
I have to
own
think about
business.
everything,
Like,
right?
yeah, it
Yeah.
all falls on your shoulders. There's so much different pressure. You have to have the right people beside you, whether it's the coworkers, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends. Like, you have to have that ability to be like, tag,
I need.
I'm
you
out
today.
for a day, or I need a day,
Mhm.
or I have this question. You have to have those right people in place to be
Yep.
able to say like, okay, this is really what we're doing. We're committed.
Yeah, because there's
We're
no calling out.
Call. We
There's-
need extra
yeah.
wine and we need extra cookies tonight.
Yes.
yeah,
yes.
and what I like to do too, I mean, we don't talk about it
Mhm.
every minute of every day. And like if we go visit my son at the coast, I don't want to go down there and talk about business.
Nope.
You know, there's more to life than just this. While this does take up a big part of life, it's not all there is.
Right.
And you have to take
So-
those breaks.
You do have to.
Like there's, I don't know, 5 pallets sitting in our warehouse right now that need to be gone through and inventoried and all that stuff. And
Yeah, and
we
there's
just
about
said
100
this
boxes
week we're
on
not
each
doing
pallet.
it. Like
so-
you just have to take those times where you don't stay up there till midnight and you don't do those things so that you can enjoy your life and not be chained to your business. Because that's, I think, what burns people out too, is that they don't know how to set the boundaries and set.
Well, especially when you're
things.
doing it with your family too. So then you're at work with your family, and like if you and your husband are working together, and then you go home together at night,
Yeah.
making that separation. We've had some couples on
Yeah,
here that
Annie and John
talked about
Mhm.
that. That like when we're home, we're husband and wife, when we're working,
Yeah.
we're in the business.
Yeah, you have to.
My,
You have
when,
to.
when we're at work, my husband's my employees.
Perfect.
He would kill me for saying that. So maybe take that out. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
But
a
yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Not
So
joking.
It's a joke. It's a joke. So yeah, but yeah, that's what you have to. And the good news for him is he's just like my biggest cheerleader. So he's just doing it to help me out. It's not like it's his passion, but he's passionate about making my passions happen. So it's good because then when we get home, he's like, I don't really care. He's like, whatever, go talk to your pop about it.
Yeah. I love that. And it's
Yeah.
just, it shows that you guys have a very healthy relationship within
Yes.
your family, which is really important
Yeah.
because I think it's easy, especially in a business with your mom, with your dad, with your husband, with your mother-in-law, you know, it can get
Right,
very,
no.
yeah, there could be
That's
some.
what he says. He's like, I never knew I was going to spend this much time with my in-laws. But he's like, thank God they're like good.
They're
'Cause
great,
it
yeah.
could be bad, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, for me personally, I don't forget that I am
Mhm.
his mother-in-law,
Mhm.
you know, because I do want a relationship with my son-in-law. So
Yeah, and so just creating those boundaries, I think, is really important.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you definitely have to. All right, we're coming to the point. We're going to ask you our 3 favorite questions.
Oh, boy.
All right, first one's so easy. What's
So
your favorite
easy.
thing about Lake Norman?
I love how big it is because some lakes you go to, it's crowded. You can't really boat. You can't tube. You can't do all that stuff. Lake Norman is huge, and I feel like it could take a whole day to explore the whole thing, and you can go out and you see different things. And we have a big time coming to Lake Norman. We like to put in, and we go all day. Sometimes we stay till the sun sets, because that's also
Very
a
beautiful.
family thing. Like, we all love sunsets, so we stay until the sun goes down, capture that pretty picture, and that's my favorite part.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing. The lake is beautiful. Find that cove, get in, mess around, have a big time, boating all day. I mean, what's not to love?
And there's
Yeah.
a lot of good food too around the lake.
Yeah, there is.
Lots of
Yeah.
great
There is.
food. Shout out Giovanni's again. We'll shout him out again. Shout out Giovanni's.
Giovanni's plug. You can sponsor us. It's fine. Just kidding.
Our second question is, what's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever received? One, now that I'm taking from this episode, hire somebody to paint. So I'm taking that one with me.
Yes.
But what's one that you've gotten from somebody else?
So I'll tell you this, and it's a pretty deep thought, so you can ponder this. So you know how we're all human, and sometimes we mess up. I mean, at least I do. And you just want to kick yourself to the curb or whatever you do to beat up on yourself. And I heard this one time, and a person said, so would you talk to your friend that way if they messed up? No, you wouldn't. So why do you treat yourself that way? So the best piece of advice that I've ever heard or received is that you just be kind, be gracious to yourself, because at the end of the day, you're human too. And you are going to mess up. Everybody is.
That's great. Just be as kind to yourself as you would be to somebody else.
That's right. As your best friend, you're not going to kick your friend to the curb. You're not going to beat them up. You're going to, it was okay, you know,
Let me sit with you.
was a
I
mistake.
think
Let
that's
me,
what just
you
popped
know,
into my head is
right.
like, let me sit with you in this moment
yes.
versus dragging you through the mud or kicking you
Yep.
when you're down. Is like, no, we're just gonna
Yeah.
be here for right now.
So be nice to yourself.
Whitney, do you have something that's been special?
Yeah. I don't remember who said it, but it's be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. And it's very cliche, but that quote is important to me personally, because with a business, people are coming to shop with you. You may have great things. And again, I'm biased. We have great things. But I do think people come for you. And there might be somebody down the road that's doing the exact same thing as you. But be yourself and do you, because everybody else is going to do it their own way. And I feel like if you try to be like other people, it just doesn't come across as genuine. And that's the biggest thing. And then just remember who you are. Because again, other people are not going to do stuff the same way as you. You have your own unique talents and your own unique skills. And just be true to you always, and no matter what you're doing in life.
I think that's important because especially with a business, right? Like you'll see these other ones and you'll say, oh, well, they're doing this. Maybe we should do that. And then there's nothing wrong with getting inspiration maybe from someone else is doing. But at the core to say like, who are we and what's our brand, and just being who you are is really important.
And that is the most important thing to us. Like, this might sound bad, but we're not looking at other boutiques and what they're doing. Like, we always just try to bring our own things. Like when we plan events, when we do things, it's like, what would we like if we were going somewhere and things like that. So yeah, I think that is it's true for any business. Just be true to you. Don't try to do it like other people, because it's not going to work.
Yeah, we try to put that personal touch too, because a lot of places you go, you're not really seen. You know what I mean? So we really try to bring that component, because, I mean, we do want to care about you as a person.
And that's why I've shifted. I mean, I love shopping local 100%. Like that's so much about what I talk about and what I do. And we all have a couple things from Amazon that we're going to get every once in a while. But for the majority of what I do, it's shopping at these boutiques, these local boutiques, because you get that personal experience. And when I walk in, like, oh yeah, you should get this because it'll match that you bought when you were here last time, you know, and just that personal, almost like personal shopper experience that you get, that I don't have to go to one of the high-end big box stores to get that. You can get it right here in your own hometown.
Yeah,
Feels like you have
that's
new
nice.
friends.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I love about the boutiques is when you go in there, it's not like, oh, hi behind the counter, too busy on their phone. It's, oh, hey, how's your dog doing? How's your kids doing? How's life at the farm? You know, like those personal things you remember.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so special. It's like I can come in and you see me, even though I'm probably one in a million people that come in your store. And
But
that's
you
what makes it
you
special.
feel special when you're there, though.
Yeah.
You still like,
Well, and you are special to us. Like, that's the thing that I want you to make sure that, like, we're not just pretending you're special. Like, even before I came here, I popped in the store and I saw two people that are regulars. And, like, one of them, we've become, like, Instagram friends. Like, she follows us, I follow her. And I knew she had just traveled. And, like, we got to talk about her trip. And I genuinely care. Like, how was your trip? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the other girl, she's very big into natural stuff, too. So we got to talking about that. And we care and we try to remember you. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to remember your name, but I'm
Oh
definitely
no, I
going to
won't remember your
I'll
name,
remember
but
your
I'll remember
face
your
and our
story.
conversations and all of that. And it's just, it feeds into us too, as much as we're feeding into other people. It like makes your day to know that, oh, like we made their day. It was easy for them to come get their gift, or we provide products that really mean something. So it goes both ways.
Yeah, and
sure.
I mean, there's a lot of people, they come in and they make your day.
Yeah.
Because they're just that, they're just that person, and
Yeah.
they make your day.
Yeah.
But,
What's our last question is, what's one of your core values?
well, for me, it's my faith.
Mhm.
That is the basis on which I try to do everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And that really resonates too in your work ethic and your family and everything else that you do. When it's grounded in that faith and that strong faith,
Yep.
it really does come out in everything that you do.
Yep.
Yeah. Whitney, do you have one?
She stole mine.
No, that's okay.
It's the same thing though. Cause I mean, at the end
it's
of
just like you say in your article,
Yeah.
right? It's faith and family.
yeah,
Right? It's
at the end of the
foundation.
day, everything that we do, we want to bring glory and honor to the Lord. And we try to do that in our offerings, in the way we talk to people, treat people. And I think that core, it just brings all the other things, like our honesty, integrity, all the things that come with that too. And it's just a big part of who we are. And like you said, family, because as we mentioned, we couldn't do it without our family. My aunts come and work the store before. We have friends that are basically like family, that they come and help us. Like you have to have a village.
Yes,
And we have a
it
good
takes
one.
a village
Yeah.
for sure.
It does.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the two of you that's working the store, you have the support from the community, from your family and friends, right? Because even if it was just the two of you ever, like even if nobody ever came, it still takes the support of everybody else around you to say, like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're trying to build. And I am proud of you, and I'm going to support you, whether that is coming and working in the store or just like taking care of things outside of the store so that you can be in
Well,
there
even our
working.
customers that come in and give us like compliments, like don't ever stop telling businesses that you love, how much you love them and why you love them, because some days it's tough.
Sometimes
and like
you
some
need
days
that's
you're like, I
the
cannot
best
do
thing
this
ever.
anymore. Like I'm over this. And then somebody will come in and be like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. I can come here and I don't have to drive 40 minutes across the lake. And they just tell you like how unique what we cure. Cause we do try to offer things that you're not going to find everywhere. And so, just those compliments sometimes too. It's like, okay, I can do this another week now. So,
Yeah, I mean, it is nice to hear that. And I also want to just give a shout out to our regular part-time person, Michelle. I mean,
we could not do
we
this
couldn't
without
do it
her.
without her. And she has really taken, I believe, ownership for herself, and she cares. And she's really
is
she's
the
really
best.
good.
The
She
best.
is.
That's great. And, I mean, having great help is
Hard to come by.
hard
It
to
is
come
hard to
by.
come
And so I love that you guys have that too. Just extension of your family,
Yes.
as people come into the store. All right, you guys, make sure you pick up this issue, the September issue, available at all Harris Teeters, 350 locations around the lake, including Whitland's Boutique. And tell us about the party again. What's going on?
Okay, so next weekend, the 27th and 28th, it's 10 to 5 on Saturday and 12 to 4 on Sunday. We're celebrating 1 year. It's going to be big, something for the entire family. So just make sure that you bring your husband, your kids, your girlfriends, whoever. Come shop, have fun, hang out. You're going to love it.
It's women's, it's children's, it's men's, it's home.
It's everything under
Everything.
one roof.
Everything under one
Perfect.
roof. Gift wrap too?
We will gift wrap
They
your
will
stuff
gift wrap
if
it
you
too.
need it.
Maybe not during the party, but yes.
Yeah, if
We'll
you
get
come, just be prepared to wait in line. In July, we did have people y'all showed up, and again, we love it. It's so great. Just come prepared to wait. We're going to try to have a third checkout open
Have
to
another
keep
mocktail, you'll be
Have a-
fine.
yeah. it'll be
Exactly.
totally
Hang
fine.
Keep talking
out,
and shopping.
whatever. We have stuff hidden around the store that you get whatever it's attached to. Go find that.
Oh,
but
boy,
yeah,
I can't
So
wait.
yeah, it's
I
going to be
can't
so
wait.
much fun,
It's
and we
gonna-
are excited.
Great
Yeah,
party.
right.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us
thanks for having
again
us.
today.
We enjoyed
It's
it.
been so great getting to know you guys a little bit better.
Yeah.
Pick up the issue, read the article, get to know them better, and stop in Whitland's Boutique, located in Denver. What's the address?
3853 North NC 16
There you
Business Highway.
There you go. There you go. All right, stop into Whitland's Boutique. Go hang out with Lynn and Whitney, and join us back next week for another great episode of the Lake Norman Woman Podcast.
Have a great week.
Thank y'all.